next changeover.
You could hear umpire Kathy Q telling the girls that at the 7th game they will change balls.
Quiet, please.
Instead of the 9th.
Love 15.
Clean ace. That's one each.
15 all.
So, Hannah Mandlikova, here are the head-to-head results. Played over quite a period of time.
Out. 30-15.
Strange that Hannah's won 7 and Pam just 2, but significantly, the last time they met, Pam was the victor.
So Mandlikova winning the first 4 times, and 3 out of the last 4 times.
Out. 40-15.
Interesting contrast in styles. Hannah the brilliant, flashy one. Pam solid, consistent.
Game Mandlikova. Miss Mandlikova leads 4 games to 2.
How valuable was that opening service break?
Well, I think it'd be unusual if she was to hold serve all the way through a set with just keeping that opening break. Hannah usually puts in 1 bad service game in a set. Equally, she is just as likely to break serve a couple, 3 times.
Yes, she was broken 5 times in yesterday's match by Sakova, but also broke back more. The luck going against Pam.
15.
In beautiful touch so far, really controlling the return of serve, which is difficult for Pam to move on this slightly wet grass court. I think wet grass courts always hamper the larger player. There's usually a similar amount of tread on the ground, but quite a bit more weight and size to apply to that tread.
15 all.
Yeah, it's interesting that Pam said in the pre-match interview that she felt it would affect Hannah more than herself because Hannah relies on speed and Pam on stretch. I think that was about the 3rd choice in her own mind, what she was going to do there.
Yes, that shot was successful through its weakness, actually. The rather weak half volley, and then complicate things for Mandlikova. The ball hit the service line and really propped up, and Hannah never really got up to the bounce of the ball to play an effective shot.
Oh.
Double fault.
30 all.
It's the second by SHRIVER. First by SHRIVER, I should say. It's 1 each.
And that came out of trying to press a little bit more because Hannah really has controlled the return of serves off Pam's second serve just beautifully so far.
Great speed from Mandlikova and great stretch.
Pam a little annoyed with herself there, really had the opportunity to play a lob volley. It didn't have to be very good. We'll see on our sky cam here. Beautiful deep volley, just a centimetre or so inside the baseline. And it would have only taken a very average lob volley there to get over Hannah's head because look how close she's been taken to the net. And weight still coming forward. So Pam really missing an opportunity to take game point here as it is down break point again. And this would probably prove conclusive.
Juice.
Golden opportunity going, and Hannah knows it. Another break
Advantage
chance.
Mandlikova.
The net is the right height, Pam.
Mandlikova red hot, continuing her string of brilliant returns. And off pretty fair serving. 6 feet tall Pam SHRIVER.
First service. Correction.
Oh dear. It was in. Pam normally smiles at things like that, but she's not too happy now.
Ball girl. Ball girl. Thank you.
Great opportunity for Mandlikova to break. And that is first service. And she has broken for the second time in this first set. And Mandlikova to serve with new balls. Over the number 1 seed, about to try and serve out the first set.
Everything going Hannah's way, serving and with the advantage of new balls today after only 7 games and thereafter 9 because of the heavy conditions.
Foot fault, and it was out.
Ace on the second serve. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
That storm that's approaching Brisbane Airport's Hurricane Hannah.
Yes, she sure has played up a storm so far in this first set. Really in scintillating form.
Hannah really going into a slide.
15 all.
Couldn't control that backhand.
Out. 30-15.
2 points away from the first set. And 2 set points.
40-15.
Pam needs some support. She's right out of this match at the moment. First set to Mandlikova.
Game in first set, Miss Mandlikova. 6 games to 2.
Sit back joining
Second
us as
set,
well.
Miss SHRIVER to serve.
Well, it's the old adage, isn't it? You can only play as well as your opponent lets you. Hannah hasn't let Pam into the game.
$15
Mentally, Sue, I guess the best thing Pam can do is to forget about the first set.
Yes, I was very surprised that Pam has started so slowly today. She's been so impressive in her previous matches.
And that's the first set she's dropped in the tournament, incidentally.
$30.
And as we saw in the match yesterday with Hannah and Helena Suková, when Hannah was broken in the first game of the match, it cost her the first set.
$40.
And Pam SHRIVER, of course, coming out today, serving first in the match and losing her opening serve. Such a psychological advantage to win that opening game.
Oh, what a shot.
(40-15).
And again, we see how Hannah slides into these shots.
And Shriver just not doing enough with that volley. Played it safe, paid the penalty. In or game?
40-30.
It's in.
Excuse me? Ball wasn't even close. Did you see it? No, you can have one.
Well, both girls unsure of the call, but umpire Kathy Q going with the linesperson. I guess when it's so close, they can't overrule. So Shriver has some work to do yet to close out this opening game of the second. Which he does.
Game is Shriver.
But it was a very strong performance by Hannah Mandlikova, 6-2 in the first set. Shriver holding serve the opening game of the second.
Miss Mandlikova to serve.
They're head-to-heads in 1986. Overall, it's 7-2 in favour of Mandlikova, and they've never met on grass before. That, to me, is the surprising fact.
Love 15.
Second double to Hannah.
And Pam had a great chance in this rally. Hannah hitting the smash back to her, doing well to reach that volley. Very important game for Pam. Really needs to break the serve and put a bit of pressure on Hannah.
30-15.
I think we'll see if Hannah gets on a roll, and she certainly was in the first set. She's very hard to stop, isn't she?
Yes, very. She keeps coming out with all these brilliant shots, and it's very depressing when you're on the other side of the net.
(30-all).
Well, a couple of unforced errors from Hannah in this game.
It's in. Shriver's chance. Break point, second game of the second set.
30-40.
So maybe Hannah just has gone off the boil. Mental sharpness we saw in the first set, perhaps not there now. And then she comes out with a gem.
Juice.
What a different serve today from Hannah than yesterday. Very poor with her percentage of first serves in. But today, winning a lot of points with that first serve.
Ball.
Advantage Mandlikova.
Pam Shriver doing everything right in this point, hitting the return of serve deep, and Hannah from behind the baseline coming up with that tremendous backhand.
First service. Game is Mandlikova. 1 game all, second set.
Hannah winning that game, but not without a struggle, and that must give Pam heart.
And she was jolted back to reality, I think, by being down the break point. I noticed that Anne Smith and Kathy Jordan hitting up on an outside court for their unfinished doubles semi-final. So the outside enclosure is drying out okay now.
Love.
Just misses.
Love.
Pam having to keep those second serves very deep to stop Hannah coming into the net behind the returner serve.
And Shriver getting the overhead at the feet of Mandlikova. If there is a better overhead in women's tennis, it's probably that of her doubles partner of long standing, Martina.
Game Shriver.
A love game.
Miss Shriver leads 2 games to 1.
6 games to 2 in pretty quick time. That's how Pam sees Mandlikova as she prepares to serve.
Love 15.
Well, Hannah struggled on her last service game, and Pam's played 2 excellent service games, so winning the first point so vital. That return too high.
15 all.
Hannah electing to come in behind the second ball, and that was just too high, giving her an easy volley.
And the double.
15-30.
Mandlikova's third. So Shriver perhaps getting nearer to a break.
And that's what Pam has to do to really attack that serve. Try and keep Hannah as far behind the baseline as possible. So now she has 2 break points.
Mandlikova slides into the volley. Saves one of them.
30-40.
See Hannah here moving in. Very crisp, neat volley. But again, the return of Pam too high. She's going to have to try and get them down by Hannah's feet.
Oh, what a great pickup by Mandlikova. The ball was past her, going down the sideline for the winner. And she angled it back cross-court.
Juice.
Well, Hannah doing so well there, sliding into that shot. Amazing control.
She'll take it.
Advantage Shriver.
See Pam always moving forward, just needing that bit of luck. Another chance to break.
Which she does.
Game Shriver. Miss Shriver leads 3 games to 1, second set.
I don't think the fans would mind if this final went to 3 sets. Every indication now that it will. Pam's been serving well in this set after dropping 2 service games in the first. Ace number 3.
15 love.
And Pam really coming into top form now. Really has to concentrate in this game. So often you see when a player breaks serve, the opponent breaking back immediately. She mustn't let that happen now. Terrific return.
15 all.
Pam's record during 1986 was particularly good. She won the Virginia Slims of Newport, won at Birmingham.
30-15.
Runner-up in the Virginia Slims at New Orleans. Runner-up in Washington. Semi-finalist in the Virginia Slims Championships. And of course she was a quarter-finalist at the US Open. Defeating along the way Holiday, Bartos, Bergen and Jordan before losing to Martina.
Well, that's the shot that Pam has been working on.
40-15.
This time electing not to come into the net. See the slice backhand there, but coming up with the winner, the top spin shot.
Game Shriver.
4 games to 1, Shriver leading in the second set. Every indication we'll see it go to 3. Pam a little bit slow out of the blocks today. Hannah blitzed her. Like the storm we had in the Brisbane metropolitan area this morning. She was everywhere. And now serving 1-4.
15 love.
Pam really moving in to try and take that return early, unable to control it. But she has to take those risks if she's going to win this match today.
Yeah. 15 all.
Mandlikova's record in 86, highlighted of course by being runner-up at Wimbledon. She got to the round of 16 at the US. Was a semi-finalist in the French, runner-up in the Virginia Slims Championships. She lost Wimbledon, of course, to Martina.
30-15. $40-15.
'If Mandlikova can hold serve here, she'd probably wrote herself an even money chance of breaking back into this set. She broke Pam twice in the first. With shots like that.
The Shriver leads 4-2, second set.
Well, Hannah plays some amazing shots. See that perfect balance on the run.
Okay.
Every shot in the book.
Yes, it's the tantalising part about watching her matches. You don't know what she's going to come up with next.
15 love.
Well, a great smash from Pam Shriver there. Hannah tossing the ball up very high. It's always a tough shot. The ball's coming down right on top of you. Pam a little slow to move to that forehand side there. Surprisingly staying on the baseline after that serve.
Yeah. 30-15.
So things tighten up a little bit. Perhaps the chance that Mandlikova is looking for to break back into the second set. She trails 2-4. Shriver taking plenty of time. Now it's Hannah's turn to look disgusted.
Game Shriver.
Well, Pam Shriver, seemingly with the second set in her keeping, she'd dearly love to break Mandlikova here to serve first in the final set.
Love. Love.
Shriver getting past down the side. Plenty of room for Mandlikova there.
Once you hit the ball.
Yes, Jim.
Fantastic return from Pam there. Again, inside the baseline to make the return.
Ball.
And a double.
40-30.
So 4 doubles now to Hannah. As 40 Love, it looked a fairly comfortable service game, but she hasn't won it yet. Oh, lovely touch from Shriver.
Great play.
Juice.
Pam just taking enough time there to wait till Hannah had committed herself and putting it cross court as Hannah was moving the other way.
Sure, it brought chalk, but it was well down the line, about 6 inches. That's long too,
Advantage Shriver.
and that brings up set point. And remember, in this game, she led 40-love.
And it would be such a great advantage for Pam to open up in the final set. Always much better to be that one game ahead. Let your opponent play catch-up tennis.
Mandlikova's service percentage certainly nowhere near as high as she'd like it.
Game
Set all.
second set, Miss Shriver. Change the balls, girls, please.
6 games to 2, the scoreline, the same as in the first.
Miss Shriver wins the second set, 6 games
Ted
to 2.
Tinling.
Ball change.
And Charlie Fancat watching. Well, Charlie would be pretty happy now after hitting with Pam throughout the week. And the crowd, I'm sure, really pleased that it has gone to
Quiet,
a
please.
third set.
Final set, Miss Shriver to serve.
Their allegiance seems pretty well divided. Shriver now serving with new balls. First game, final set. As we welcome back to the commentary box, John Alexander and Peter Mears.
Thanks, Pete. What a turnabout, John.
15 love.
Yes, certainly is, Peter. It was hard to believe that Hannah would keep her tremendous form of the first set going through 2 consecutive sets. She really was bucking the odds, the percentages with all those passing shots. Pam Shriver continued with her net game and really played some sparkling passing shots of her own.
15 all.
She served particularly well. It's only Shriver's second double fault. Mandlikova's served 4 so far.
Yes, not a bad time to serve one, actually, if you're going to. And not a bad double fault, just missed by 2 or 3 inches on the rich side.
Took just 29 minutes, that second set. 6-2 for Shriver, breaking in the 4th and 8th games.
And 2 consecutive doubles.
30.
So maybe a little bit of tension just creeping back into Shriver's game. Near the end of that second set, she was really playing with winning chips, so no real tension in closing out that set. But I'm sure she'd dearly love to get off to a good start.
Oh, and Hannah takes a tumble. Hit the
30
elbow.
all.
The bouncing check onto her feet again.
So, who says she's not trying? No one here, I'm sure. So really making tremendous pace across the court there, and possibly expecting to slide, as she so often has during this match. But a foot digging in on that brown section, possibly where the grass is very thin, and that producing the tumble for her. It went down quite heavily. May have caught her right elbow.
30 all.
Point scored 30 all. So quite tense. Things quite evenly matched at this moment.
Just wide.
Things
40,
just
30.
not going Hannah's way at this moment. Pam Shriver indicating that it missed by 1 inch. And that was about it.
1 centimetre, I reckon, J.A.
Yes, the narrowest of margins, just impossible to tell from the distance we're looking at it from.
It's a bit short. Too short.
Game Miss
Very
Shriver.
professionally
And a crucial game win.
tucked into the open court.
First game, final set.
He recovered well. And that toss far too short.
Yes, in fact, Pam appearing almost to get back a little bit too far for the ball. Not really at full stretch when she finally hit it.
1 set all. Love 1. of play from Hannah, getting in, crowding the net.
15 love.
Beautiful, graceful mover around the court, Hannah Mandlikova.
It's in. So's that. And she knows it.
And Pam Shriver really letting Mandlikova off then. Beautiful lob, right flush on the baseline. Hopefully we'll see this. Just a perfect lob. Right on the line, bringing up the chalk. And then what a silly thing to do. Just yes, what a drop volley. Landed round the service line. So really either something solid or, if you're in the mood for a drop volley, something much better than that was needed. Shriver anticipating.
That's long. So Shriver counter-attacks.
And all sorts of things going on here. Shriver having an awful lot of court to play into. Anticipates this one very well. And here, all sorts of court to play into, and plays the ball up the middle of the court, lets Hannah off, who then overplays by about 1/3 of a metre. Beautiful backhand down the line. Just taken before the top of the bounce. Serve a little bit short there. Would be probably Hannah's major weakness.
And one of Pam's great strengths, that chip and charge backhand. She just blocks it back.
Yes, very, very effective off a weaker second serve. Hannah staying calm in crisis.
Hannah didn't win a tournament in 1986. This will be a tremendous breakthrough if she can pull this off. The first tournament of the Virginia Slim circuit for 87. To mark her impending Australian citizenship.
Game Mandlikova. One more.
Very sticky in Brisbane today after that torrential downpour this morning. Extreme humidity. Called default. Looked pretty good to me down the centre, but
yes, awfully close to the line. No chalk came up at all, which would indicate it must have just missed. Definitely wasn't inside the line.
Had the court open.
30 love.
Yes, quite an interesting thing there. Pam moved to cover the forehand line very early, which generally you would think that she was then going to move again into the open court, but stayed there and made Hannah change her mind at the last minute, I think. So always try to dictate to your opponent where they have to hit the ball, even if it's just to put away an easy shot.
40 love.
holds her serve to tremendous match this is. Hannah Mandlikova taking the first set 6-2. Shriver bouncing back, taking the second by the same score. And Shriver leads 2-1 with serve in the final set. There's the governor, Sir Walter Campbell, next to Jeff Griffith on the extreme right, president of the QLTA, and Lady Campbell on the left. Are you enjoying this tennis? In fact, the tennis all week has been of an extraordinarily high standard.
No! 15-all.
Great serve. It's not surprising that we've had good tennis because we've got 4 of the top 6 women players in the world here.
And of course both of these two girls having had numerous wins over the leading 2 players, Chrissy Evert and Martina Navratilova.
Poor return from Pam, and she knows it.
Yes, a little bit of tension coming in now. Pam would definitely like to have an early break in this third set because Hannah is so dangerous. If it was to go to being 4 games all, I think Hannah would be a very unnerving customer to be serving to. Very capable of ripping off 2 or 3 clean winners.
Double fault.
40-30.
That's the 5th one, served by Hannah. Superb point. That's what Pam thinks of it.
Well, I thought it was just a magnificent shot.
Games all, final set.
Beautiful forehand by Pam up the line, doing everything right here. But there is Hannah bucking the odds with a half volley backhand topspin down the line. Not a percentage shot, but that's where Hannah is so dangerous. She can play the most unlikely shots at some very unfortunate times.
Yesterday against Sakova in the semi-finals, it was the 6th game that saw the turnabout with Hannah down 1-4, came back to take it 6-4. This is the 5th game.
Pam Shriver a little bit unnerved. And Shriver thought she had done everything correctly. There's Hannah retrieving that forehand up the line, only just getting it back. Again, an impossible position. Just very, very delighted with that backhand up the line.
Great camera coverage.
As always. So here's Pam Shriver in trouble for the first time in some time on her own serve. Love 30. And she's gesticulating to herself, talking to herself. And showing a little bit of tension here. Lost her calm of the second set.
Great coverage by Mandlikova. And just out.
Just an extraordinarily talented person, Hannah Mandlikova. Just 2 extraordinary retrieves. She picked herself up in time to make a good crack at this. just hooked it across the court a little bit too much, and she knew immediately. Head between her arms. Oh, no.
First service.
Talk about a bouncing check. She just bounced up off the ground and was on her feet and running again.
All.
It was Czechoslovakian for I don't know what.
Just as well we don't. Getting the feet going again, keeping the mind switched on.
Shriver really pressing on that first serve.
The crowd right on the edge of their seat. That's a great backhand.
Ripping backhand passing shot from the shoulder height.
30-40.
High kicking second serve. And Mandlikova just rips that down the line. And that demonstrating how dangerous she can be.
Vital break chance now for Hannah. Mandlikova breaks in the final set. Against Sakova, she'll be hard to stop now. There's a replay of the last point of that last game.
Well judged forehand.
Quiet, please.
It off into the backhand side of Pam Shriver. So it's Pam Shriver up against it now. Hannah Mandlikova in the driver's seat. Only needs to continue to win her serve to take this Jason 2000 championship.
Tremendous stretch volley by Mandlikova. And another one for a winner.
And it's Pam Shriver who is hesitating.
And the crowd right behind Hannah.
15 love.
Here we'll see it again. That second serve right on the centre line, play at a very high level now. Beautiful passing attempt, but it's Pam who hesitates and takes aim. And that little hesitation gave Hannah the chance to cover down the line.
Great angle that Shriver got on that backhand.
Pam Shriver fighting desperately. Knows that she was well and truly in this match just minutes ago.
$30-15.
Hannah has this amazing ability to change gear and suddenly increase the pace of her game. As we saw yesterday against Sakova, she seemed to be out of it and suddenly swarmed all over the taller girl.
$30-all.
And Hannah really getting on with the game at all times today, not looking sideways. With this great play by Pam Shriver. Good low return of serve. The half volley came up and Pam was in there to volley it. Great grass court tactics.
Pam's in for the kill. And she's got the chance to break back.
And really hard-earned points for Pam Shriver. Thoroughly deserving this break opportunity. It's a beautifully considered cross-court lob. Playing the length of the court, the diagonal of the court. And pouncing right on that overhead.
Only centimetres in.
That's the shot that Pam Shriver has been working at so much in the last 18 months. Slightly rolled backhand. Really top spun, but coming over it gently. And that was just about going to do the trick had it been another inch higher. girls at peak form.
Pam covered more miles than Burke and Wills in this rally.
Beautiful forehand down the line. A magnificent defensive lob. That's the perfect counter to where Pam Shriver was at. Keeping in play. Defensive lob again. The theory being always force your opponent to play one additional shot. That position, if you were to attempt a passing shot, maybe only 1 in 20 would go in. So desperate is the situation. If you can lob the ball deeply, gives you a chance to get back into the centre of the court.
Advantage Shriver.
Expensive double
again.
fault there. It's the 6th from Mandlikova. And the second break chance for Shriver.
Game Shriver.
It's even Stephen again. Shriver breaks back.
Three games all. Final set.
Pam Shriver asking for a towel. Try off her racket hand and handle. Very humid conditions. Pam just using a leather grip, which does get rather slippery if it gets sweaty.
15 love. Love.
Perfect serve and volley.
And here we have it again, staying on the baseline, making the approach shot. Beautiful attempted pass, and Shriver screaming before that ball landed, thought she'd hit it too far, but just landing about 10 centimetres inside the line.
Game Shriver.
Finishing with an ace.
By Mandlikova. Immediately Shriver broke back and then held serve to lead 4-3. 1 set all. The crowd absolutely spellbound by this final.
Yes, Peter, I think this would really rank with some of the better ladies' matches we've had in Australia in the last 5 years. The standard of tennis has been high from the first point.
Bad way to start. That's the 7th double fault by Mandlikova, by my reckoning.
Shriver's got 2 double faults in a row.
Love 30.
2 in one game in the first game of the third set.
So Shriver with another opportunity to break. Love 30. Fault 1.
Overplayed it.
15-30.
And a really